Okay, so regarding the airplane crash at Reagan International, I was wondering why the airplane didn't, or the helicopter didn't see the airplane and flew into it. And can you explain to the viewers why that could be possible?
Yeah, so basically, this was a breakdown of ATC's situational awareness. So, what happened in this situation, and I'll just show you a really quick example, which I just explained. Um, so, if this is the CRJ-700, and if you look here, let's say this is the runway, okay?
Yeah.
So, this airplane is going to be on what's called a glide slope. It's going to be in a fixed position.
Okay.
Okay, so situationally, ATC must know where this airplane is.
And
obviously.
ATC is air traffic control.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So the Sikorsky is here. Is it? You get that in the frame?
Yep.
Okay. So
and that's the helicopter.
This is the helicopter.
Okay.
Okay. So in ATC, the tower asks the helicopter, do they visually see the CRJ? They acknowledge that they do. Yes. Okay. But they must have seen something else, because they flew right into the CRJ. So whose fault is this? Is it like you said? Is it the pilot's fault? This is on ATC, because ATC has the sole responsibility for separation of aircraft. And the reason why is because you have to know. And that's what I got my degree in, air traffic controller. Okay, so those of you that don't know, but anyway. Your situational awareness as a pilot is one thing. Your situational awareness as an air traffic controller is another thing. It's the responsibility of aircraft that are under the guidance of ATC to be separated by ATC as its fail-safe. So on board both of these airplanes, you have what's called ADS-B, and you also have TCAS. These are TCAS is a collision avoidance system,
Okay.
and ADS-B is information given to each aircraft, which you would get in the cockpit.
Okay.
But as you get closer to the ground, some of the warnings that TCAS provides, like alerts and stuff,
Yeah.
below 1,000 feet, get shut off, because if not, there'd be all these alerts going on.
So,
in
like,
the
as you're
cockpit.
approaching an airport, that's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is what's called the terminal area.
Right.
So when you get close to a large airport like this,
Gotcha.
under ATC control,
Right.
these are just the things that happen. So it's a very busy area, and a lot of people have said, my mom called me about this, a lot of people have said, well shoot, it's at night, so they've got nav lights on. How come they couldn't see each other? Well, the thing you have to understand is that the Sikorsky is going to be in a different, its position in relation to the CRJ was below. They must have thought they were looking at they must have been looking at a different airplane. Plus, you have lights on the ground.
Yeah.
So with the CRJ, with the Sikorsky being below and ahead, they're not, more than likely they're not going to see it. And even if they did see it, they're going to be thinking in their brain that the Sikorsky's passing underneath, because they're going to hear from ATC that the Sikorsky has acknowledged
The visual
contact
Gotcha.
with the CRJ. So I
Yeah.
can just tell you all the years of flying that in your brain, you're on the glide slope. This is a fixed position for this airplane.
Yeah.
So situationally, as a pilot, okay, you're going to assume, which I hate to say the word assume, but you're going to be thinking that visual separation has been made by the Sikorsky pilots. They know, the Sikorsky pilots understand the glide slope going into the runway.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would be aware of that. So the fact that it crossed and collided with the CRJ this is an ATC failure, period. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.